Today, we're going to show you how to set up your cables in the TEC1000 that holds up to 10 devices. So as you can see, I have my TEC1000 set up with just my iPads here. Before I start setting up my cables, I'm going to remove the cover from my USB enclosure. I'm going to take that off and put it off to the side. And I'm also going to open up the cable management pocket. So just a couple clicks and that is open. First thing you're going to do when you're setting up the cables for your TEC1000 is you're going to plug the device end into the device itself. In this case, we're using iPad, so you're going to plug the lightning end into the iPad here. Then you're going to take this USB end. And if you look on your USB hub, you can see 2 rows of 5 USB ports. What you're going to do is take this USB end, and on the top row, on the port that's furthest on the right, you're going to insert that USB plug into that port. So now that you have your USB plug plugged into your USB hub, you're going to take all of this excess cable. Just kind of bundle it up here. Before you start bundling it into our cable management pocket, you're actually going to want to tuck that cable into that first notch there. And you want to leave a little bit of excess cable so it's a little bit loose. Now, you'll repeat the same process for the other 9 devices. The only difference will be that you'll want to use, to make it easier for you, you'll want to use the USB port that's directly below the cable that you just set up. After you finish setting up that device, you'll want to move to that top row again, but to the port on the left of that first USB cable. As you can see, I have all the cables set up now, devices 1 through 10. I have my cable management pocket completely closed, just a couple of clicks, and all the excess cable is contained. So this is the final setup for when your devices either have no case or a very slim case. What I'm going to show you next is how to set up your devices that are using thicker cases. If your school is using thicker cases, like for example, I have this OtterBox Defender case with its protective shield on, you're going to want to move your USB enclosure to the outside. And you can see I have it assembled like so. So you're going to be using your cable management pocket the same way that you saw earlier in the video. The only difference with this setup is that I'm going to take the device end, plug it into my device. I'm going to take this USB end and I'm going to feed it through this hole in the side. I'm just going to wind it up just a little bit. I'm going to tuck it into this little recess right here, and I'm going to plug it into the first port on the left side on the top row. Unlike the setup earlier where you saw the USB enclosure on the inside, when it's set up on the outside, the cabling is a little bit different. You're going to want to start with this port here, and it's on the top row on the left side. The next cable that you're going to add is going to be the one that's directly below that port. And as you set up your cables for each of your devices, you're going to want to move to that top row again, and then down to your bottom. Back to the top, down to the bottom, and so on and so forth until you have all of your devices set up. Once you have this all set up, don't forget to add your cable cover, and then you're done.